Hi and welcome to this DCP web tutorial. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to do a face swap using GIMP 2.10. In my previous tutorial I showed you how to download and install the gmic plugin. So if you've not done that, I'll put a link in the YouTube description so you can install that plugin on GIMP 2.10 as well. So the first thing we'll do is open up our web browser and we'll download this image here. So I'm going to put a link to this image in the YouTube description so you can download it as well. And we'll open up this folder and drag and drop the picture into here. Then we'll open up GIMP software. And we'll drag and drop the picture into GIMP and we'll click on convert. So I want to take this guy's face and replace this face over here. So I'm going to zoom in. Let's use the zoom tool. So we'll click on the magnifying glass here and we'll draw a square around this face so we can see the face clearly. And then we're going to use the lasso tool or the free select tool. I'm going to select that. I'm going to hold down the left mouse button and just drag around, or draw around should I say, his face like this. Just a rough cut. So something like this here. And we'll close off the selection. Then we'll hit the enter key. And the enter key will confirm that selection. Then we're going to go to edit, copy, here, copy, and then edit, paste. So we've pasted this face over here. And let's zoom out a little bit. So I'll hold down the control key and use my mouse wheel to zoom out. And we'll just pan across here. I'm going to take that face and put it over this face here, right? So we use the move tool. Let's click the move tool and we drag that face. And let's place it over this guy's face. But clearly it's a bit too big, right? Because he's standing in the background. So let's zoom in. And we'll use the opacity. We'll reduce the opacity here. Let's bring that opacity down to something like this, and we can see the guy's eye here in the background and see the eye here. So we just want to resize this so it fits properly. So let's use the resize tool here, scale tool. Let's click on the face and we'll just drag in a bit here to get that face roughly matching. So it's a little bit hard for you to see this, but basically I'm aligning the eyes here with the guy in the background to try and get those eyes aligned seamlessly. Let's click scale here, and then if I reduce the opacity, you can see the guy's face, and then if I increase the opacity, you can see the guy's face overlaid. So let's turn the opacity all the way up back to 100 here. We'll right click on this floating layer. It's this floating selection here. Let's right click on it and then do to new layer like this. So now it will be on its own layer, so we can turn that off and on like this. We just want to do a little quick tidy up in here. So let's hold down the control key and use the mouse wheel to zoom in on that face. I want to tidy up around the edge here. So we'll use the eraser tool, click on the eraser, and we'll just get rid of some of this around the edge here. So I think this will be pretty good. Something like this. So something like this should be fine. Then what we will do is simply go to tools, so go to filters and then go to the gmic plugin here. And inside of this plugin, we want to go to layers and then we'll go to blend seamless here, blend seamless, and then let's open this full scale so we can see it fully. And what we want to do, let's see, what we want to do is import layers, select all here, and that's all we pretty much need to do, and then click apply. The software will go and do its work, so let's just wait for that to finish. Okay, just click the OK button and now you can see the face here. So we zoom back out, you can now see this guy's face on this person here. So let's check that out. Let's go to File, Export As, and let's create a -01. So I'm going to create a new version in that same directory. Let's click Export. And let's click export here. And let's minimize GIMP for a second. So on this side here we've got the new image, and on this side here we've got the original one. So you can see we've got this guy's face put onto this person's face here, and this guy's face is completely different now. So it's done a pretty good job. We could go in there and do some color correction. It's not perfect by any means, so let's just look at that a bit more carefully. So if we were to zoom in, I mean, it's not too bad really, you can't really tell, but you could color correct it a little bit here just to get the face fitting a little bit better. But overall it's done a pretty good job. And from like a this sort of distance here. Let's go back here. You can see the difference between the two, right? Here, as I move my mouse between the two images. So that's how you can use the gmic plugin within GIMP to swap a face around in an image. And if you spend a little bit more time and you take a little bit more care, you can probably do a better job than me there. But as a rough example, that's the way that you can do that using that particular plugin. Okay, so I hope you find that tutorial useful, and I look forward to seeing you on the next DCP Word tutorial.